Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the second-ranked team, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. This one will be fair caught. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Reed. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up, a long way to go for a first down. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Pre-snap motion from the offense. That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Finds that big tight end for a short pass. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
The returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? As the first down is still going. They stop out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Second down after that previous play. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Sets up a third down play. Looking to throw. It's Raiola. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
The Dogs churn out another first down. Gonna run it. It's Robinson. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Caught near the sticks. It's Coleman. You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. Grab behind the line. It's Lee. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
A couple things that really stood out to me here, Chris, on this nice play by the corner. Awareness to be able to see the wide receiver screen, and then the willingness to get involved and run support and make the tackle. Great play.
Important second down play coming up. To throw, it's Raiola. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Eighth play of the drive coming up. What a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw it again. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
The Dogs will come to the line on 4th down, looking to keep the drive going. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense.
Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Receivers are bunched together. Dropping back. It's Reed. He'll throw it now. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Takes the handoff on the counter play. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. A running play called on 4th down. And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage.
Well, I know analytics are going to tell you to go for it on 4th and inches. It's just a bit scarier doing it in your own territory. But listen, if you trust your offense and you trust the preparation you've had in these kind of short yardage situations, I say if they get another one of these, they go for that one too, because it clearly has worked out for them.
On the ground, it's Owens. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2. The back's got it on a counter. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
The important 3rd down play coming up. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And he's intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6.
Great Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Turn starts inside the 15. Brought down at the 29. That's where we'll start the drive. Comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Toss play to the outside. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
It's 2nd down here. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Oh, it's a reverse. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that 1st down marker.
I'm a fan of any time you can get the ball into his hands. I think it's a win. Didn't go for a huge amount of yards, but it's the threat of what it potentially can do, and it gives him another opportunity to get his hands on the football.
There we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a 1st down to the 42.
Yeah, that is a gutsy call to go for it on 4th down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call up specifically for these situations.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. To the air, it's Reed. The pass rush closing in. It's a fumble. It's a turnover. And they bring him down, but look, there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see if the officials wipe away this turnover. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Here comes a handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back. Ball is incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there,
Initially, they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. A premium here on ball security. The last drive, of course, ended in a fumble. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second down after the incompletion. Back to pass. It's Reed. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and clean the lead before the break. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Reed. Throws to the tight end. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
This quarterback's got to be so frustrated. He's got an open receiver. He makes a good throw with a good route from his intended target, but this defensive back makes a heck of a play on the ball and knocks it away.
Second down play coming up. And someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Getting set. Here's second down. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. On the run here, lets it go. Snags the quick throw. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
On third down, he drops to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And, the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Handoff to the back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. This is a tough third and long. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Quick throw over the middle. And it's incomplete again. Fourth down coming up.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
No problem. Knocks it right through.
Hey, it went over. That wasn't one of the strongest kicks we've seen from this guy, but he gets the favorable bounce, and it's 3 points all the same.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Georgia now operating in the red zone. On 1st down, it's play action. They'll try a pass here. Caught quickly. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
PAT is good, so it's a 14-3 lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. He's going to take off. And they get him down, but that's a solid gain there to move the sticks using his feet. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's hit as he throws it. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Looks like 1 more play here before halftime. Back to throw. It's Reed. And this pass is caught. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Minutes going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Aggies will kick this away to get the 2nd half going. They'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Chris, how about that? This guy is a blower with a football in his hands. He gets one block out in front of him. It seems like he's setting a new speed barrier.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll run it here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So now it's third and short from the plus 24. Could be four-down territory. Interesting to see what the call is here. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
They went for it and failed on fourth down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. He's got it, a fourth down conversion. The drive stays alive.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Yeah, the point after is good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. Keeping it on the ground here. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Finally goes out of bounds after gobbling up big yardage on that run.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and phew, he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
First down and 10. Trying the old counter play here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Oh, that's a play you dream about as a defender. He gets penetration and times that hit up perfectly in the backfield.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. To the air. It's Reed. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. And he'll drop back here on third down. He bought some time, now lets it go. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a first and goal.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in this second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Here we go. First and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Chris, I can tell you as a quarterback, there's nothing more frustrating than a big defensive lineman who's good at swatting the ball. Because if they don't do it, oftentimes you got an open receiver and a completion.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Trying to get to the end zone, they'll run it left. He's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line.
You know, this is a risky call to be this close to the end zone and come up with a tricky play here. Thought I'd see a little bit more of a conventional approach from the offensive coordinator. Now, don't get me wrong, it works out. They get some positive yards. Let's see if they can punch it into the end zone.
Badly, likely 4-down territory. Here comes third and goal.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Face it.
Back in motion now. He's swarmed by the defense.
All right, now what are you going to do here? You have enough confidence in your offense to punch it in from the one? These are the kind of scenarios you practice over and over during the week. This head coach has got a big decision here to make.
So a yard away from the end zone. The offense will go for it here on 4th down. Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The coach is not feeling the field goal attempt. They're going for it on 4th and goal here. Now, with the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And the ball is picked off. The 50. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Georgia.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on 4th down. Not so sure about the play call. The defense was not fooled at all. Steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Here's the fair catch by the return man. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's Reed. Makes a quick catch. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Play action here on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. On the run, it's Owens. Good enough for first down yardage.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
And then first down, right back to the running game. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Really tough to run a good counter play when the linebackers aren't fooled at all. This time they get down in a hurry into the line of scrimmage to make that play.
Here's the second down play.
29
Looking to throw. It's Reed. He's going for a big play downfield. The QB throws his third pick of the day. Going the other way, can they stop him? So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows. Here the interception cost him.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building on the lead here in the second half. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
And it's a bunch formation. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. That's caught. It's Lee. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
On the set. Cut it. Pound 55 weak.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Touchdown, Dogs. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. Conference championship on the line. This quarterback told us, this is my time to shine. This is my stage, Kirk, and he is delivering.
Well, anytime you see a performance like this out of a quarterback, it's like the stars are in alignment. The quarterback's doing his job. The play caller is seeing the defense and putting him in a position to have success. And let's not forget the line and the receivers, the job that they're doing as well. It's a dream performance so far by this quarterback.
And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Sacked on heavy pressure there.
Man, how about the job by this defense? I mean, we really expected this offense to be able to come into this game, put up big yards and a lot of points. And here we are in the fourth quarter. Collectively, they don't even have 200 yards total offense, and they just seem to be out of sync. Give all the credit to the defensive coordinator and those defensive players and the way they're putting this pressure on this quarterback and this offense.
The loss sets up a 2nd and long from the 20. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the defense joins the party with a score. Potential momentum shift there. They scoop up the fumble and score on it.
Boy, you just got to give credit to this defender for locating the ball, getting his hands on it, and then scooping it and scoring. So often you see guys that just want to go down. This guy realized, hey, I got athletic ability. I can pick it up and score myself.
There's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense back on the field. The first job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. And here's the handoff. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Short throw to the back. An easy completion. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, trying to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. So it's third and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for the wide out. He's got it for a big gain. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Second down after that previous play. Looking to chuck it again. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Back to throw. It's Sellers. Receiver makes the catch, and he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offensive coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
3:25.
Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Cheese. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Texas A&M is now operating in the red zone. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Owens. They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He fires this throw, and it's intercepted. I'm going to tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback just kneels down. Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.